Now this, he's just... The problem with this is his king can't castle. Unless it's a gambit. Yeah, that was a bit embarrassing. Flagging after all the warnings. I really didn't think I was going to. And I thought I was okay. Okay, so he doesn't want the exchange of queens. He's going for a gambit, that's fair enough. So I'll just keep developing. So if he takes again, I've got king takes d8, which would dislocate his king, which is a bit uncomfortable. I can hit that bishop. He has got no attacking move with that bishop. He can do like attacking move and then take this. So he has to. He can't take back the pawn because otherwise I'm taking the piece. So it just gives me an extra move to develop, and then I can take on d6. I think that's important because he is playing a gambit, which means he's slightly more active in development. But so it means I need to develop as quickly as I can myself. Okay, so a very unusual position, I think. Something I'm not familiar with. I could imagine his knight swinging into to c5, and then he has a lot of pressure on this pawn, so something to be a little bit wary of, but actually there'd be counterplay, so that would become a threat. Okay, so he recognizes a threat. Now, how many pieces are ganged up on this pawn? 1, 2, 3, but only 2 defenders. So absolutely crucial that I defend it. And maybe queen here was better, actually, because there's a potential pin. Now here he does... Has he walked into the fork? Because if I do this, there is a potential weakness here. So I'm trying to work out... Yeah, I lose this piece, unfortunately. So that's a bit of a problem. So if I push, he takes my bishop quite simply. So that's unfortunate. And if I just back off, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces hitting this pawn, and I've only got 3 defenders. So yeah, quite nice play from him to try and win back the pawn that he gambited. So I've got to decide what to do. Do I defend the bishop? That would be the one way of holding onto the pawn. Or do I try and do something else? So if I back off the bishop, he goes knight takes pawn, knight takes knight, knight takes knight. And then we go from there. Or I defend the bishop. But then I'm slightly concerned this d3 square is very weak. He might even have ideas of bishop takes, pawn check, king takes, and then queen takes bishop. So just simple moves like this will be good moves. So I feel I'd better back off. So I'm going to back off. Where should I back off to? I'm going to back off all the way to here. Maybe that's not the best. The only advantage of backing off all the way to there is pawn here might now be a threat. But I'm never going to get to play it because that pawn is a dead pawn. So I feel that was probably more out of hope rather than realistically the best move. Not sure. So knight takes pawn. Okay, do I dissolve the tension? I don't want double pawns there, so I take it. So he has to take with either the knight or the bishop. So he takes with the knight. So we have a lot of open files in this position, which is very interesting. I'm thinking of this move knight here. It's a very open position. Don't want to get my queen on this diagonal. So if I go bishop takes knight, bishop takes bishop, yeah, there's lot of stuff happening. I think I'm just going to exchange off more pieces. Just got to be careful. There are no tactics. Got to be very careful with tactics in this position. Stuff like bishop takes pawn, king takes, queen here. Ooh, that actually works. Huh, that's embarrassing. That actually works. Because if I go king here, knight takes pawn, wins the queen. If I go here, he's got queen takes pawn, king here, and rook takes rook. Ouch. So bishop takes h2 works. Yeah, that's really tough. Huh. So what do I do here? If I go king here, the problem is queen to h4 is coming. So good lord. What do I do then? Because the threat will be bishop here, check, king here, queen here, check, king here, queen here, check. So yeah, with the open rook file as well, some really nasty tactics coming. So king takes bishop, queen here, king here, queen takes pawn, king here. Okay, he can't take the rook just yet, but he'll have knight here, check, king here, and then takes the rook. So yeah, that is something I have to say, okay, that's not what I want. I'm gonna have to just run this way, but this is very bad. Yeah, really well played by my son never called me. I feel very good attacking play from him. That's when he's at his best. So I need to dissolve this attack somehow. The most dangerous piece is, of course, the knight. And that will exchange off queens. I mean, knight and queens. Okay, so at the moment, what's the situation with this piece? It's got 1, 2, 3 attackers, but they're not real fully attackers, because I'd have to exchange off queens at some point as well. Okay, he's going straight in. Now I think he's being too aggressive here. But maybe he's not. I mean, I'm forced to take. I don't need to think about it. So a forced move. The problem is, yeah, I see this. Bishop there check is very reasonable, but why can't I just step up and then block with the knight? Okay, because he does have queen here check. Now that is something to be a little bit concerned about. Okay, those diagonals are kind of nice. I have to admit, those diagonals are nice. So king here, queen here, king here, and then the rook comes in and it's probably mating. So that is something of some concern. If I go king here, bishop, king. Okay, so if I just take this bishop, I think the reason I'm taking the bishop is just to get rid of one attacker. Oh, but he has got queen takes pawn. A little bit worrying. Or bishop takes pawn. Not sure. Bishop takes pawn is good. It's winning the rook. That's probably the strongest. In fact, yeah, that is killing. In fact, bishop takes pawn, rook takes rook. Game over. And that's a game well played. Yeah. Wow. So after 3-love against 0, it looks like it'll be 2-all against me, and we could call that a win, 5-2 win for my son never calls me. Okay, but he's going for this way, which is not as strong, but doesn't matter. He can get it right second time round. Although I don't have to move. I can just go here the second time round. So he's given me a little bit of a chance. With the way he played it, just a little bit of a chance for a fight back. Because now the knight can come in defense. If he checks on this file, but yeah, it's a... You'd like to double up rooks on here, but he somehow, yeah, he tries to double up rooks, which is very sensible. It's kind of hard for me to untangle quickly enough. Yeah, this is actually really tough. I don't know. I'm going here because I'm trying to untangle. The problem is I was trying to get out of the pin, but he's got me in a tangle, I'm afraid. Yeah. The queen, I mean, if I ever move the queen, queen takes rook is the problem. So just goes rook takes. This is tough. I was just trying to defend my back rank here, but double checkmate. Wow, GG. Yeah, nicely played. Double checkmate. What a mate. I mean, that's a nice mate. Okay, I think that counts as a 5-2 win. I'll concede the not 6-1, 5-2. Against me and Zero, that's a 5-2 win. Well, 2-all in the last over between me and him, and 3-love against Zero. I didn't take it easy. That was very nicely played by